heavy, just brushing the remains of Ifrit. Here's my useless fuckboy. Ah, there you are, Iggy. Come rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the 𝙨𝙪𝙧𝙞𝙬 will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time at least. Now, where were we? Yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. If this was a Telltale game, I would have said no. There may be a whole body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once, a man is tempered. But it'll suit me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. Damn right. That is indeed of no ordinary individual, Iggy. Not that I have ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfila will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. Yeah, no, you didn't contribute anything, motherfucker. Get the fuck out. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Yeah, I don't need you to tell me, bitch. I don't work for you. My late rebellion nearly cost Iggy her life. I wasn't there when the 𝙨𝙪𝙧𝙞𝙬 took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yeah, good. Yes, by some miracle she survived. Miracle?! You mean by my abilities? That does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Yeah, you did. Just as I'm failing you all. Yeah, good. Be depressed. What's done is done, Thancred. You can't ill blame yourself for— Yes, he can. Let him. Iggy, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the 𝙨𝙪𝙧𝙞𝙬 undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is the tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤 and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permits the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystal often be traced back to primal, which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the greater river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together or etheric coalescence which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the echo would be instrumental in dealing with a primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of the relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Iggy. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. What? Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. Okay. It concerns tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. Okay, I don't care. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so with Science continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Iggy. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. No, not till next time. Get the fuck out of my face. God forgive me, how many more lives? Those would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Okay, well, you can have your monologues on your own time. Okay, I don't need to be part of it. Except... until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of the envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without that— okay, bitch, I get it. I got Ifrit, now where am I supposed to go? You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame is no— fame in so doing! Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Iggy. Or rather, you have guests. Huh? Beg pardons? What's up? Lady Minfilia. Radiant as always. Simp. I'm given to understand that the Scions of Seven Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of Maelstrom Grand Company Limsa Laminza to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Iggy, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Iggy deeds spread so quickly that the immortal flame should know of her triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Denethor. Mistress Denethor? Yeah, I like that. See, that's the respect I expect here. Yes. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge a victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of a line woman such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure the peace ever reigns over the 12's Wood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Denethor. My comrades speak of you the most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Amaljas in their dread primal, yours was already a respected name in Ul'dah. Our people know you and love you well. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for 𝙨𝙚. Look, with all due respect to 𝙨𝙚, y'all are fucking useless, so... The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. She said that about me? Full often does she speak of you, friend. Stop. It is only natural that we should want you for the maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of 𝙤𝙤𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙤 to the shores of glory. Oh my goodness. Lol, by that reaction, I think I know which faction will you like. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance service. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing this address is out to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? Fine suggestion. You're as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Yo, the flame one is such a fucking simp, dude. Very well, let 𝙨𝙨 hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. Okay, so hear me out. Yellow dude called me a mistress. But the thing is with them is that they have that like white little fucking elf chick that looks like Lux, and I'm like not about it. But red dude said that mommy was talking about me. So I stayed with 𝙨𝙚 because loved getting complimented as a wrecked soldier by Daddy Robin. Wait, you're right. Ruben is in here. Totally forgot about him and his sexy ass thighs. This is so hard. Like, I have to make a choice between Ruben and Admiral Mommy. I can't make choices. I'm bisexual. What to do? I guess we're just gonna have to go with a maelstrom. But wait, am I going to live in 𝙤𝙤𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙤 now? Isn't it kind of sus? The choice isn't important as it might seem long term. Of course it is! What do you mean? It's all part of my role playing here. Oh, it was so popular that it became an RP place? Got it. Okay, well I'll have to go with Big Daddy. Honestly, just by him alone, I should be choosing them. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed. Weird way of phrasing it. And not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promises of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, 𝙨𝙨, and with it, you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. Haters gonna hate, right? There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yeah, link tweeter. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one woman amongst many. A friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The Grand Company seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to prevent the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have carried this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Oh my god, you gave me a phone. Cute. Eorzea is changing, 𝙨𝙨, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, at times you made ready of your journey, before you depart, be sure to speak to 𝙤𝙤. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Where do we stand on Mephilia so far? She's I guess. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, 𝙨𝙨. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where. Yes, let me. Gridania, 𝙨𝙚, 𝙤𝙤𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙤. Oh, it's 𝙤𝙤 time. Hey, big guy. Here to attend the remembrance service? Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. Mommy?
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Step on me! Sorry, I'll quiet.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
My dick is swelling with pride, ma'am.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, 𝙨𝙬𝙦𝙨 has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Her voice acting is great. Oh, it's those
Did you
two
look
kids.
as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau.
She reminds me of Camille.
That,
Oops.
I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
I'm settling without her hand.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Are you being racist right now?
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned.
She's such a fucking baddie.
To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Remove them!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
Oh my god, she's so
I'll
fine.
follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
If you'll permit me, Alfie No,
No one asked.
and my sister, Alizé, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, 𝙨𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬 is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like 𝙨𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬, worships of primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's prisons weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the 𝙨𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬's backyard. And that is to say, not of infernal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans with their blades and watch. If the 𝙨𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬s are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Yo, bitch, why are you just walking away from me? She didn't even introduce herself. It's so fucking rude. Wait, I have to go to, like, all of them now? Balls. So basically, each and every one of them are just now gonna give me a speech. Even though I've already chosen who I want to go to. Oh my god.
Behold, 'tis the 𝙨𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬 herself!
And Reborn as well!
Ah, he's so fine! God damn it.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Baby, I'll draw you to my bosom.
Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the 𝙗𝙪 dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of 𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗 have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of 𝙗𝙪!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
I lay
So
low.
that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as 𝙗's honored guests.
They look a little too Demacian to my liking, too.
If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see?
Sorry.
A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous?
Good question.
I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death.
Damn, he's really railing into them.
Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the 𝙗𝙪𝙧𝙤 wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice,
You're
yet
so
we
cute,
do not act.
baby.
Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided 𝙗𝙪 stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from 𝙗𝙪, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall 𝙗𝙪. As 𝙗𝙪 prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for 𝙗𝙪!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Reborn. People of 𝙗𝙪, I, 𝙗𝙪𝙨, 17th in the line of all, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of 𝙗𝙪. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of 𝙗𝙪 lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of 𝙗𝙪, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live 𝙗𝙗𝙗!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
He is so hot. And he's good with children. Like, come on. I'm ovulating over here.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
What's their deal? Who are they? The 𝙗𝙪𝙧𝙤 have long history of conflict with the 𝙗𝙪𝙧𝙤, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of disdain, I take you have encountered them. The 𝙗𝙪𝙧𝙤 do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems though. There have been quite these past 5 years. The Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and 𝙗𝙪𝙧 has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be infinite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the 𝙗𝙪𝙧𝙤 are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the 𝙗𝙪𝙧𝙤 send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flames General would struck a chord with you. He struck a lot with me, okay? If it was just 𝙗𝙗𝙗 and Reborn, 𝙗𝙪𝙧 would be perfect. Agreed. Like, fix your nation and then I'll come back, dude. I'm not here to deal with this shit.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Okay.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the 𝙗𝙪 and the 𝙨𝙪𝙨 settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between 𝙗𝙪 and 𝙨𝙪𝙨. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace.
Look, if it was me, I would have probably picked this place, IRL, because I love the forest and everything about it. But, I do not like how, unproblematic they are. A moment ago you say, what a coincidence. Just an aside, I tries to remember our guests from grand companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them there of waking sands, it would not do to keep seeing them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Okay. Lack of character for you? Yeah, they're like super basic. They're like, you're boring as fuck, dude. Funny you should say that. Gridania is incredibly racist. Really? I would think that Gridania is not racist because it has so many different species in there. Like I saw in Miqo'te and I've seen the elves. You know those dark-skinned elves you see running around? They either get forcefully assimilated or hunted on sight. What? I wanted to be a dark elf at the beginning. I mean, I could understand not liking outsiders because they're all technically like different species. They get like shit tons of racism from like other humans, but being hunted by their own? Think of Gridania as a combination of Demacia, Ionia, Bandle City. Explain it to me in league terms.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Why do you care?
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and 7th Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alisaie, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the Scions of the 7th Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Rama! Oh, hi. Yo, who's that dude?
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Drama!
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
Shit.
The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Woo! How was the Admiral's speech? But you need to not explain that you stand before me now in answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Yes. That's the spirit, lass. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now, the choice is made. It's time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to 𝙤𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬 and seek our Grand Company's headquarters. Yes. Okay, does that mean that now I can go get a chocobo? Like, what's up? Here I go to meet my faith. Hail, adventurer! What business have you at Maelstrom Command? My name is 𝙘𝙤𝙣𝙧𝙤𝙬. I believe you are expecting me. 𝙘𝙤𝙣𝙧𝙤𝙬, I, our recruitment officer, sent word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several. Sir! What is it, Private? And this had better to be important. Sir, we've received a report from Lookout in Lower Nosha? Sir, Imperial forces have fired upon a High-Wind Skyways airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it! We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Denethor, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must need be unofficial. God damn it, dude. Like, at least do your fucking job, man. Ooh, thank you for the cheer. Uh-oh. Nice. Adventure. What are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Maelstrom Command sent you. How do I know you're not Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Oh my god! Be at ease, sir. We're of the Maelstrom. Your Garlon Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Denethor. Good work on reaching out our friend here before the Imperials. Yeah, if you're gonna be on one knee, they're not gonna see you, dude. Okay. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to men's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong to the Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Oh shit. Scouting party from Castrum Occidens, I'd say. Seem they want your ship, engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. A tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials. Okay, fighting the Imperials. Okay. Good. Oh my god, you're so cute. What the fuck? Little red onion head? Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. Yeah, that was close one. Too damn close, so how's she look anyway? Auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Haha, seriously though. If it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads, there would be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Aww. Wedge. Thank you! We're very grateful. How far am I from getting a chocobo? Quite close. You're welcome here, Igor Denethor. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your alliance to us, however, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is that you will be joining. A grad company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against a nation's deadliest enemies. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garlean Empire, and solving the many problems caused by the Calamity. Every man and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is 𝙤𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬 afloat, and on whatever heading Chief Admiral Merlwyb Bolfswyn sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable, lass, and strengthen of arm may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it in another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till her last breath, fights till her last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. This is very Noxus. I'm digging this. Denethor, it is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own. Choosing upon entering the Maelstrom ranks, is there aught you'd like to say? I will follow the Admiral to the very bottom of the abyss. Period. I'm here for the Admiral, bitch. I don't give a fuck about anyone. Igrid Denethor, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. May you serve 𝙤𝙬𝙦𝙧𝙤𝙬 well till sea swallows all. Yes! My baby! Ah! You did it! Can you hear me, Iggy? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Denethor. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, Though you are now a woman of the storm, you are no less a Scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Riki. Might be worth your while. You may now accept the quest. My little chocobo! Yes! Okay, hear me out. I want a suit black chocobo. Who do I talk to? Quartermaster? Oh my god, I can't see shit. Aha! Which one is it? Storm chocobo! Got it. Hi. Want a bird issue, do you say? Yes. I'm getting a burb! Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. Ah! Oh, I'm getting a burp. It's my burp! Oh, my little nugget. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Oh. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Ah, kid is so cute. Okay, so in Final Fantasy XV, when I played it, which was Brotherhood, I called my chocobo Nugget. We can't call him Nugget again. We are going to mythology and legendary mythical birds throughout history, and then choose a really cool bird name. Self-creating deity, white bird with healing powers, hawk spirit of cinnamon, that's cute. Devil bird, interesting, yes. Oh, the Garuda! We already have a Garuda in his game. Kreisveg. We can call him Gallus. It literally means cock in Latin. Perfect. Quack! Yes, I'm riding a cock into battle. Perfect. I'm very happy with my choices. And now? Yes! My cock has arrived! Oh, what a distinguished gentleman! Look at him! Oh yes, very distinguished. That's not the big dick energy I expected! Ruby Barden. Oh my god! What is this? I can't. This is why Gallus needs to be black. Gallus the Destroyer. It has to happen.